Here we are, early morning. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 ish. We integrated that little black one, those three white ones, a little tan one, and another little black one, in with the main flock. Mama and her babies are in there, trying to get all the hens under one roof. And old Charlie over there, he's tickled pink. This is how it's working out. Those little adolescents way over there in the corner, the white ones and tan one, and the little black one, they pick on these little ones. In return, Mama over here picks on them. These brown ones pick on them. Charlie is busy trying to get some of them while giving the older girls a rest. These girls over here were his most favorite ones, his only ones, and now he's got 6 more to play with. Cutie Pie over here, the other little black one that originally came in, and she hangs out in Myrtle's bubble. She enjoys the luxury, not that black one, a bigger one. Enjoys the luxury of the protective bubble around the little ones. And so that's the soap opera going on here. For the most part, everybody's sort of getting along. I mean, there's a little light pecking here and there, but no straight out fighting. Like you see them over there. They're all different sizes. They're learning where they fit into. And Charlie is just beside himself. He's having a good old time. He's like, hey, I'm loving it. And these girls over here, you see how they're all tore up from Charlie. Bald spots on their head and everything else. They're sort of getting a rest. They're not, he's not showing them as much attention because he's on top of those. Now, the first day, this is actually the third morning. The first morning, Charlie couldn't get enough of the young girls over there. He got them all. They all got a case of pasty butt right now from him. That's his welcome aboard gift, is a pasty butt for him and his kisses. And so here we go. It's early morning. Nobody's really messing with nobody. Everybody's kind of staying away. There's still a couple older hens in bed, and I think maybe one even might have went and sat on a nest. But it's raining. The good thing is it's like 45 degrees. It's not real bad. We're into December already, and we got a reprieve from the blistering cold. One of the moves, things that prompted the move to get these other hens into the main coop, because once you're in this structure here, this whole compound right there, that red barn and the main cage, then it has one over on the left side. It has like the back over there. Then way over on the other side is another little back over there. And all of them are joined together, and they're all vented together. And there's a heater in there. So on the most brutalest of days, now I don't give them heat a lot. The heat's only for when it's really ugly. It's got to be, like, today they'll be out. If the temperatures drop too far down, then I'll put the heat on just because they're wet. If it's cold outside and they're wet, I'll put the heat on because, the wet and the cold don't mix. And so, what am I seeing over there? Okay. Yeah, it's got heat in there. I generally won't put the heat on until it gets down around 20 or below. I try to keep it so that the water inside the coop doesn't freeze. That heater in there, when it's like below 20, I think the worst we had, it was down around 10. That little heater there kept the water from freezing inside the coop. Now that there's so many hens in there, well, so many chickens altogether, I think there's like 21 of them altogether now, somewhere in that neighborhood. Since they're all, well, not counting the 6 in the back, 27. There's 27 of them that generate their own heat. So all of them in there, it doesn't take much of a flame. I actually have a propane stove in there that keeps them warm. One of those little Little 2 burner stoves. I just like 1 burner. I have it fenced off so can't nobody get under it. It's got tin around it, and it directs some heat out for them. It adds to them to make them warm. My goal is to keep the water from freezing. I think that's fair, right? I think if I was locked in the cage, at least keep it so the water doesn't freeze, right? And so everybody out here is enjoying it. The roosters don't have heat. The roosters don't have heat, but they got better security. I'm actually, when I get rid of the roosters, I'm going to use the rooster thing, or I'm going to take it all out, clean it all out, and fix it all up. That's going to be a new egg layer house. It's either going to be an egg layer or a breeding pen. Probably, well, I don't know, but it's going to house some more chickens because we're fixing to have some more chickens here. We got a bunch in the cage in the house there, and we got a bunch more in the incubator. And come January, I might even buy some chicks just to boost things along. So that's where we're at here, early morning on the old chicken farm here, and the update on the younger chickens and the integration chickens and the main flock chickens. This is my main flock. They actually get the free range now. When I let them out last night, everybody came back and got up on the perch, and they've all found their spots and they've settled down. And I'm going to say this when I say this about integrating your chickens. You see those little chickens over there, those little black ones and that white one, the little tan one, that little white one over there? To get them to be buddies with the older girls, Myrtle and all her crew and everything, when they were small like that over there, the older chickens were just brutalizing them. I mean, it wasn't just picking on them for, until they got the idea who's boss. It was just trying to really do them harm. And so I was having a real hard time, even though they live next door to each other and they see each other through the fence for months at a time. They still want to eat each other. Now these guys here, they had the luxury of Mama's protective bubble over there. You don't come into Mama's protective bubble, and that goes for them over there. See this one over here? She wants to come over and start trouble, and so does Raven. That's Raven next to her. And they want to come over and start trouble with these little ones, but Mama over there ain't having it. See how they stay in her bubble? They stay close to her because you don't violate that bubble. You do, you have a problem. Now, Cutie Pie has learned to stay in that bubble and enjoy the benefits of it. So the integration of those little chicks were effortless because Myrtle did all the work. These guys here, they're just now coming to terms. I'll say that when I did put them together, there wasn't no all-out fights. It was just a pecking order getting established. And that was from all the time I spent trying to put them together. I took the big ones in and put them in their pen for a day and let them all get familiar with each other, but it did no good. There's a couple of the brown ones that really wanted to do them harm. So now I'm happy. I'm happy that I got them all under one roof. I think they're happier over here than over there. They're not next to them noisy ass roosters. I'm hoping that now that these little guys here, this little white one and all her kin, these guys over here, these 2 little white ones and that black one, that one, that they're all laying eggs now, except for that little tan one. I think I don't know if that tan one's laying or not. They're all laying, and I hope they get a little more comfortable and lay a little more often, because they're not next to all them roosters. They don't have all those roosters in there, trying to get at them. All they have is Charlie, and they like Charlie. They let Charlie do his thing. Believe it or not, they want a rooster. They want his affections. Yesterday, Charlie was over in the corner of the yard, and they all came over, and they were all hanging out around him. I really believe they like the rooster. You're getting wet, chicken. You're getting wet. You get wet, and it's going to get cold. Yeah, I'll probably have the heat on tonight because it'll be drenched. It'll be soaked because they don't want to go in. But, they got food. Sort of smells like liquor over there where all the food is in the ground. Where they drug it out on the ground and kicked it all over the place. Sort of smells like liquor over there starting to ferment. Usually what I do is in a situation like this bowl right here, I have a bowl that I set out in the yard for the other ones over there. And when it gets wet, I put it in an ice cream bucket and put a little more water on it and let it ferment for a day or two. And then I crack a couple eggs and throw in there. And I feed it right back to them. They love it. Something about when you soak the grains. Now, they don't like it every day. They really don't like it every day. But, and so there it is. There's Mr. Speckles over there. Oh, he's doing his thing. The speckled girls, they're all laying good. The incubator's full of eggs. I've been concentrating on these girls here. As a couple of them are laying green eggs, green and greenish blue. So their eggs get, and the Mr. Speckles and their eggs get priority in the incubator because these girls here have already have the blue gene, and Charlie got a stronger blue gene, and so whatever chickens or